Hello everyone, it's Matthew Stewart here, the Operations Manager with Fintelix. And we also have Yi, our COO.
Hello everyone.
Now, being with Fintelix, we're quite immersed within the tech industry, as you may have guessed. And being a tech company, one of our biggest expenditures is hiring our programmers and our developers. And thankfully, the Canadian government has a great opportunity where tech companies can actually get some of that money back, which is a great incentive for creating technological advancement within Canada.
Exactly. And that program called the SRED.
The whole idea is to overcome a technological obstacle. What exactly is considered a technological obstacle?
Well, those advancements can occur in the knowledge of new technologies, but also in our understanding is how best to use them and which solution technologies are the most appropriate for which purpose. But still, there must be a technical uncertainty. And yeah, Matt, I think since you actually had a lot of work of the SRED, and can you explain a little bit more detail after we identify the technical uncertainty?
So once you have the problem, you're going to need to try and come up with different hypotheses and solutions to help try and solve the problem or reduce the problem. Once you have the idea for the hypotheses, once you have the idea for the solution to these problems in mind, you're going to want to research your ideas, put as much research into it as you can to help come up with ways to test and experiment these solutions. And then once you actually get to that step of testing and experimenting, you need to keep track of all of the results and all of the tests you've done. You need to keep track of what you've done, what took place, and what the results of that were. You're developing something that can create a technological advancement. You've identified a problem or problems. You've come up with hypotheses to try and solve these problems or reduce the problems.
Yeah.
You've tested and experimented them. You've kept track of all of the tests. What's next?
Next is mostly important part. Do not forget the purpose of the SRED because we want to claim some work so that we can have money back. So all the remaining part is all accounting and bookkeeping things. All time and costs spent on the projects for each team member should be tracked and followed up with weekly meeting. It's also important to manage all the documentations such as invoice and pay stub.
So you mentioned weekly meetings. What exactly takes place during these weekly meetings? What's discussed?
It does include the current problems and hypotheses for and how they are researched these hypotheses and how will they be in test.
So really it's just to make sure everything stays SRED focused and it's targeting one of those previously mentioned steps. So there you have it. If you're interested in utilizing SRED, you need to be developing the solution that has the opportunity to create a technological advancement. You must identify at least one technological uncertainty. You need to come up with hypotheses to try and solve this uncertainty. You need to research and develop ways of testing your hypotheses. You need to keep track of all of your experiments and the results. You also need to manage all of the time and cost spent on the SRED-related project. You won't be receiving any money back on anything on the marketing side, so you want to keep it primarily tech-focused because that's where you're going to be receiving your reimbursements from. But it's still great to keep track of all of the hours spent by all team members on the SRED-related project. But the costs on the technological side are what you want to focus on. If you have any more questions regarding SRED, please feel free to leave a comment down below. We are happy to answer them. Don't forget to like the video. And one lucky person who leaves a comment will have the opportunity to win one of our Fintelix t-shirts.